He slammed his hand on the dining table so hard the plates rattled. "Give the apartment to your sister," he said. "She needs it more. You already have enough." I remember the silence that followed. Heavy, awkward, suffocating. My mother looked down. My sister, Noor, just sat there, pretending to be innocent, eyes glistening as if she were the victim of some cosmic injustice. I looked at my father. "No," I said. One word. Calm. Final. He leaned forward, his voice low and poisonous. "Then I'll make sure you get nothing when I'm gone." That's when I smiled. Just slightly. Because what he didn't know, what none of them knew, was that I already had something far more valuable than his inheritance. When I was a child, my father was everything. Strict but fair, or so I thought. He worked hard, built his company from nothing, and made sure we lived comfortably. Noor was his sunshine, the perfect daughter, obedient, sweet, delicate. I, the practical one, the one who didn't cry to get her way. I believed merit mattered. He believed favoritism did. So when I finally saved enough to buy my own apartment, my first real piece of independence, I thought maybe he'd be proud. Instead, he told me I should share it. By share, he meant give it away. I laughed that day. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. The first crack appeared a year ago, when I helped Noor get an internship at a partner firm. She had no experience, but I wanted her to grow, to prove herself. Then, one afternoon, my boss called me in. "Did you know your sister's been leaking client files?" My blood ran cold. Noor. I confronted her. She cried, swore it was an accident, begged me not to tell Dad, said it would ruin her career. Against my better judgment, I covered for her. A month later, I found out she'd sold that data to a competitor, for money. I stayed quiet. I told myself justice has better timing than anger. When Dad asked for my apartment, I saw the pattern. Noor made mistakes, and he cleaned them up. She manipulated, and he justified. And every time I was told to understand, she's your sister. So I decided to make him understand me. I spent months gathering everything, the transactions, the fake accounts Noor used to move the stolen money, even her messages to that company's CEO, messages she sent from Dad's office laptop. He thought she was his angel. I made sure to document her wings made of ash. Then I waited. That dinner table confrontation was the perfect stage. My mother's anxious glances, Noor's trembling act, my father's rising fury, it was all predictable. When he stood up, shouting about disowning me, I opened my bag and placed a brown folder on the table. "Before you do," I said softly, "you might want to look at this." He frowned, snatched it, and started reading. I watched the blood drain from his face. The air thickened. Noor's lips parted, panic spreading like wildfire. The papers contained everything. Proof that Noor had embezzled funds from his own company through shell accounts. His signature appeared on transactions she had forged. He dropped the pages. This is a lie." "No," I said. "It's evidence. And it's already been sent to your board members. You might want to call your lawyer before they call you." Noor gasped. "You wouldn't?" I already did. For years, I was the quiet one, the obedient daughter, the afterthought. But obedience is a mask, and silence can be sharper than a knife when you learn where to cut. The next morning, I received a call. The company froze Noor's accounts. My father was summoned for questioning about internal fraud. His empire, the one he'd built, started cracking from the inside. He called me that night, his voice broken. "Why would you do this?" "Because you taught me to earn what's mine," I said. "And she took what wasn't hers. I just returned the balance." He hung up. I didn't celebrate. There was no champagne, no satisfaction in watching their world crumble. Only a stillness, like standing in the eye of a storm you orchestrated. A month later, Noor fled abroad. My father resigned quietly, citing health reasons. He never reached out again. Sometimes I visit that apartment he wanted me to give away. I stand on the balcony at night watching the city lights shimmer against the glass towers. Reflections of choices, mistakes, and consequences. People call it revenge. I call it truth with a timer. You see, revenge isn't fire, it's ice. It takes patience, precision, and restraint. You let it freeze, let it settle, until the ones who wronged you step onto it themselves and slip. I didn't destroy him, I only showed him the daughter he raised, and that was enough.